Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to another video. So a few days ago, I was watching a video by SwimFan72. The video was pretty much about why SwimFan was pretty much quitting the Hive server, and that he would only return for competitive gameplay with clan. After watching his intro, I thought he brought up many unpolished points about why the Hive community is slowly dying and becoming corrupt. The same thing is with the PvP in general, being completely CPS based and little to do with movement. He also went over the content creating side of the Hive that I will touch on later in this video. But what did and is currently causing the corruption on the Hive? To be completely honest, I don't know much about the start of the toxic community. All I know is the situation now. There are probably many more people that are highly more qualified to speak on the subject and have more experience. But I'm not here to be right. I'm just here to bring attention to the subject as best as I can. I've tried to keep myself uninvolved with clan just so I can have a better experience on the Hive. The first thing I want to do is talk about how bad the community is. The community since the fall of clans, and basically SwimFam himself, has become literal trash. Hacking and auto-clicking in clans weren't unheard of a year ago, but people weren't looking for it as they are now. Every time I'm ever in a tourney or basically in a competitive game, I'm so grateful that I'm on Xbox. I can't, and many other people can't go into a game and win without called out for a screen share with literally no good reason other than the other person caring about their little ego or Discord reputation. Another point I want to talk about in the community is the Discord and clan reputation. When I left the community on February 2020, clans had just started and were extremely hyped up. So many people would scrape together whoever they could just so they could be featured in a tournament. The hype was real, and I remember watching all the videos and live streams pumped up for these underrated content creators. It wasn't about the clout or honestly the money, even though that's a good incentive, but all my favorite small creators would go against each another. It was the atmosphere that made the community at that time desirable to watch and be a part of. After the main tournaments happened, there was many organized scrims between clans that weren't even in custom games, but this didn't continue for long. As the season went on, many of the clans separated themselves from others, showing themselves as the top clans. This was all fun and games until people got triggered about losing and started calling screen shares. This led to many people getting banned and nearly most of Swim Clan and other clans losing their main players. After some clans had died out for the most part, custom games were created which were literally tailored to scrims. So why didn't they continue? Well, since I wasn't really involved in the clans, I decided to ask SwimFan72 himself on why he thought the clans died. I asked him, in your opinion, why did clans really start disbanding and becoming toxic? He answered, after Horde, Clan vs Clan Season 2, Inherited became a thing and it all just went downhill. Since this was pretty vague, I asked him why, and he came up with a response that pretty much shaped the community. When I say shaped, I pretty much mean the main reason that I believe the community is so toxic. School year, and because people were losing motivation. Though school year may sound dumb, I feel many people tend to forget that this is all run by a bunch of teenagers. Then the main reason is lack of motivation. After the main organizers had left, many of the clans didn't really do much after the summer than pick fights and set up scuffed scrims. If you do think about it, the situation literally almost relates to Minecraft Monday, just with less toxicity. And if it doesn't give you a direct answer on why they quit, we can go deeper into the Discord side of things. After summer was over, there was a set amount of players that were known as elite and pretty much goated in the community, either in Treasure Wars, Sky Wars, survival games, or even Sumo, and all of them saying that they were legit. This led to many nons and random people who really didn't have much to do with their time start auto-clicking and trying to 1v1 the person just for clout so they could clip them and put in their unedited montage without context. One final point on the clan toxicity is the unorganized community of egotistical Minecraft teenagers leads to nothing good. If the main organizations were to stay in that position and have this untold authority, then maybe it wouldn't be as bad. Another point I want to bring up is content creation and YouTube rank. So back in early 2020, there was little to no YouTube ranks, and it was pretty much unheard of. This was until a YouTuber by the name of Quimston came around and set the trend for the montage side of the community. Before montage, many people would just upload raw gameplay with little to no edits, and compared to today, it was pretty trash. After the trend was set, montages were coming out at rapid speeds, and this was the main trend of the community. Yellowfish with funny moments, Evident with trapping, Potato with a commentary, and maybe even DZ with the clutches. All 5 of the original content creators have YouTube rank and 100% deserve it. But do some others? Do they even deserve subs? Many of the YT ranks today I don't even know or haven't even heard of. The community is so overly saturated to the point that many people have created a channel in a matter of a few months and uploaded daily funny moments and gotten YouTube rank. I'm going to be 100% real here, but I have little to no respect for you. And before I continue, I know people will call me out for making sumo montages myself and saying, aren't you doing the same thing? And to that, I would reply yes and no. Many of the people that have known me for a long time know that I make montages because I love editing. I also started making them years ago in different games on survival games on the Hive. Everybody who makes a montage isn't bad, but those who are using the same memes, edits, title, and same overall content just to get views, you don't deserve a YouTuber in my opinion. And even if they do deserve it, it's not prestigious anymore. You may get the views and subs from 10-year-old kids and random people, but is your content original? Does it even take ever, or is it just thrown together? In conclusion, the community isn't where it used to be. I feel like many people would say it's the people who ran the clan's fault, or the organizers of the servers and events, but I would beg to differ. Don't get me wrong, they hold some accountability, But the reason that the community has set this toxic vibe is that everyone knows to everyone to some degree. Things that used to be 1v1s for fun are now clout chasing and very little exposing videos on people who are auto-clicking. I agree, those who are hacking should be caught out and exposed to a certain degree, but I feel like we fail to understand that these are real people, and we don't seem to care about anyone online. And because we're online, nobody can touch us, so we feel like we have the authority to just say anything. Am I saying that exposing video on the biggest content creator, on Bedrock almost, SwimFam, was wrong? No, not at all. But we can't keep holding grudges against people months after it happened. In the end, it's what the community talks and acts like is what sets the tone for the rest of the server. It doesn't help that many of the leaders and people that we looked up to and were meant to set a good example were just as bad as the people who didn't.